Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 31 for the event Marriage Prospects. In this example, in continuation of the previous video, we are going to study on the denial of marriage. Example 31, denial of marriage. Now let us examine the birth chart. Now let us check in another chart of a male for the denial of marriage. Let us do the basic study. Lagna is falling in the sign of Leo. Seventh cusp is falling in the Aquarius. Seventh Lord Saturn, sixth Lord also Saturn. Sixth and seventh Lord Saturn posted in the 12th house. It is basically a weakness. But just because of that, we cannot say denial of marriage. But it indicates some weakness or some affliction to the seventh house matters. That Saturn is aspected by Sun by the seventh aspect. Saturn is Lagna Lord. Sun is Lagna Lord, occupying the sixth house and aspecting Saturn. Saturn, sixth Lord, seventh Lord occupying 12. Sixth Lord, seventh Lord occupying 12 and aspected by Lagna Lord from the sixth house. This is not good actually. And Saturn is aspected by Mars by eighth aspect. Mars is fourth Lord, ninth Lord. From the fifth house, it is aspecting. It is conjoined with the 11th Lord, second Lord Mercury. That Mars is ninth Lord aspecting Saturn, that is seventh Lord. From the fifth house, it can support for some relationship, but not for the not for strongly for the marriage prospects. Because it is having 6, 7, 12, 1, 6, and also, fourth house also connected. So it is having some supportive significations of 5, 9, and indirectly 2 and 11 are present, but strong weakness are indicated by, influencing the seventh Lord Saturn. Now you can see that Karaga planet Venus is occupying 8th house, the sign of Jupiter, Pisces. So this occupant Venus is exalted in the 8th house. It is this one, and Mars from the 5th house is aspecting. These are all supportive. 9th Lord aspecting to the Venus in the 8th house. That Venus is 3rd Lord. These are all supporting for relationship point of view. But now whether it is going to be strongly supportive for marriage and also relationship, that we have to study with the destiny planet significations. But seventh Lord is getting weakness with the 6, 11, 12, 1 and 6, and also 10th house and also 4th house we could find. So now let us check the destiny. Yes. Destiny planet is 7th Lord is Saturn and 7th sublord is Venus. We have to study Saturn and Venus. Saturn and Venus we have to study. Seventh Lord Saturn, also sixth Lord, moving towards complete unfavorable. This is not good. Seventh Lord Saturn itself is strongly unfavorable, self-afflicted planet. The planet which are all under the influence of Saturn. Saturn is aspecting to the Jupiter and Ketu by 10th aspect. Saturn is aspecting to Sun. So these planets are directly influenced by the Saturn. And we have to check the rulers of the Saturn. Saturn in the star of Mercury, 211.5 is good for the 7th house. 211.5 is supportive for the relationship because Mercury is so connected, and Mars is also conjoined with this. Mars, you can see 9, 5, 3, 7, 11, 5 representing Ketu. All favorable grouping for relationship. supportive for the marriage also, but relationship also. It's strongly 5, 9, 3, 7, 11, and 5. Strongly 5th house, 7th house, 11th house, 9 are strongly present. Mercury is under the influence of the Mars, supported for the relationship, because this is not supportive for the 6th house and 12th house matters. I mean, it is supporting to the 6th house, not for the marriage. And 2A level planet Venus is supportive to some extent, supporting to the 2, 11, 5 are supported by 3 and 3 and 7. Second planet 3 and 8 is having some weakness. But whether the Venus is under the influence of the Saturn, it is indirectly connected to the, whether it is strongly afflicted by the in Saturn, it is not directly afflicted by the, I mean, afflicting the Saturn. I mean, not directly afflicted by the Saturn, but Venus is aspected by Mars by way of the fourth aspect. Mars is having strong favorable. So definitely then it should support, no? But look at the grouping 9, 5, 3, 7, 11, and 5. And that is supporting to this 3, 7, 3, 8, 3, 7. It indicates what? That 7th Lord planet, sublord, is supportive for 3 and 7, further supported by Mars. Mercury also supported by Mars, is also supported by Mars. These signification and these significations are indicating hurdles for the marriage prospects because of this one, and also supported by this unfavorable, but they are supportive for the relationship, love relationship, right? But you can see that Venus at the last level, Saturn again coming. So it is indicating weakness. So that 7th Lord strongly not indicating denial of marriage by the 7th house, but 7th Lord itself is weak. Star level is further supporting to the unfavorable, and sublevel planet is not directly unfavorable. It is indicating supportive to the 5th house matters, but last level having some weakness. Now we have to check the 7th sublord planet. 7th sublord planet is Venus. Look at the Venus. Venus is clearly indicating 7th sublord planet in the star of Saturn, complete unfavorable. Sub of Saturn, complete unfavorable. So this is indicating complete denial of marriage. 7th Lord having some weakness, but with favorable significations for the relationship. But 7th sublord is not at all favorable for the marriage. This native actually has got many relationship, love relationship and affair and all he is having, but he is not yet married. He is 46 plus and he is not at all having the destiny to get married. So though the periods, whichever the periods he would have come across, now actually he was born in Mars Dasa, then you can see that Rahu Dasa would have run. After that, Rahu Dasa may be at the early age. Then Jupiter also having some supportive signification, not detrimental, and only Mercury having weakness strongly. Saturn and Mercury will not support, but Jupiter Dasa would have supported. Definitely Ketu also would have supported, but you can see what Ketu can support. Ketu support, Jupiter support, what they can do, all the houses for the relationship, but not for the marriage, because 7th cuspal sublord strongly supportive for the unfavorable signification, not favoring the 7th house. Complete denial of the marriage is indicated by the 7th cuspal sublord, but it is having favorable grouping, 7th lord connected to this all favorable grouping for the relationship. So that's the reason he got the relationship, but not favored for the marriage. You can see the 5th cuspal sublord, Mars in the star of Sun. It is having some, mixed signification, supported by Moon 11 and 9 and Rahu 3, 8, and representing that Venus. You can see 5th sublord is supportive for the favorable houses for the relationship also. So marriage is not, legal marriage is not indicated, but it is supportive for the love relationship. I think you are able to understand. With the few example chart, I have explained the denial of marriage. In the next video, I will talk about few charts wherein there will be similar to this only, but there will be some better signification on the favorable. Still, that marriage is not happened because that the natives ages are not that much older, so they have got age also, but still even in the present and previous periods which are having some supportive, they did not get married because that destiny is strongly having unfavorable or strongly having obstacle causing houses than the favorable. So let us check in that chart in the next video. Good luck.